3, 2, 1.
Which empire of 30 million people was crushed by Cortez and his few hundred men in 1521? The answer is D, the Aztecs. Which country was the main power in Europe during the 17th century? The answer is D, France. What was the last successful foreign invasion of Britain? The answer is C, Dutch in 1688.
Who was in charge of the first Polish Independent Parachute Brigade during Operation Market Garden?
The answer is A, Major General Sosabowski. What is the name of the Greek god of peaceful deaths? The answer is A, Thanatos. What is the only state in history to have been established by a slave revolt? The answer is C, Haiti. He was one of the founders of the Yippies and helped announce the candidacy of Pegasus the Pig in Chicago during the 1968 Democratic National Convention. Who was the author of Steal This Book? The answer is B, Abbie Hoffman. Which decade saw the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the end of the Cold War? The answer is B, the 1990s. Which of these events did not occur in 1947? The answer is A, the United Nations is founded. Who painted the Mona Lisa? The answer is A, Leonardo da Vinci. Which of these was an 11th century Spanish knight and warlord? The answer is D, El Cid. Which battle of the Korean War started on September 15, 1950 when United States Marines launched a massive attack on a South Korean port? The answer is A, Battle of Incheon. WW Roman II broke out in 1939 with the German invasion of Poland. What month did this invasion take place? The answer is C, September. What was the name given to a night student? The answer is D, Squire. What author broke the record for book sales when the last book in her famous series sold 15 million copies in 24 hours? The answer is B, J. Rowling. What is the name of the first space station launched into orbit in 1971? The answer is A, Salyut 1. When was the partition of India and Pakistan? The answer is D, 1947. Which of these are not characteristic of Gothic architecture? The answer is C, dark or brown walls. Which Vietnam movie featured Tom Cruise, Tom Berenger, and Willem Dafoe? The answer is D, Born on the 4th of July. The Gregorian calendar replaced the Julian over 400 years ago. Which religion is still using the Julian calendar? The answer is D. Orthodox Christianity. How many minutes did President Bush remain seated, reading My Pet Goat in a third-grade classroom in Florida after he was first told America is under attack on September 11, 2001? The answer is D. 5 minutes. "We shall fight on the beaches" is a quote from Winston Churchill immediately following the evacuation from which French port? The answer is D. Dunkirk. Who did Hippomenes defeat in a foot race? The answer is C. Atalanta. What did Henry Shrapnel invent? The answer is D. The exploding shell. What battle of 1781 resulted in a decisive victory of the American army against Great Britain and caused the British government to negotiate an end of the American Revolutionary War? The answer is A. Battle of Yorktown. Which of these poets wrote many poems of love and manners widely read by ancient Romans? The answer is C. Ovid. What is the other name of the Dardanelles campaign of 1915, which resulted in a major victory of the Ottoman Empire against combined British and French forces? The answer is C. Battle of Gallipoli. In the historic Battle of Thermopylae, who is Ephialtes? The answer is C. A Greek traitor. Which president was responsible for the Louisiana Purchase? The answer is C. Jefferson. When did the Earth form? The answer is D. 4.5 billion years ago. In what century were the War of the Roses fought? The answer is B. 15th century. What Southern sitcom, which debuted in 1986, are the following characters from? Julia, Suzanne, Mary Jo, Charlene, Anthony, and Bernice. The answer is A. Designing Women. What day in 1944 is referred to as D-Day? The answer is C. June 6. What volcano destroyed Pompeii? The answer is D. Vesuvius. Which of these people was issued patent hash 6469 for a new method of buoying vessels over shoals? The answer is A. Abraham Lincoln. Who served as President of the Confederate States of America at the time of the Battle of Antietam? The answer is C. Jefferson Davis. In the short story by Washington Irving, what war occurred while Rip Van Winkle was asleep? The answer is B. American Revolutionary War. Which of these was not a Broadway flop? The answer is A. The Medusa 1981. Which one happened to the U.S. in 1796? The answer is A. George Washington gives his farewell address. When did the demolition of the Berlin Wall begin? The answer is D. 1990. What is the name of the slightly curved single-edged sword used by Japanese samurai warriors? The answer is B. Katana. In Norse mythology, what is the name of the symbol commonly referred to as the Tree of Life? The answer is D. Yggdrasil. In their attempt to knock Italy out of WW II, the Allies met a fierce competitor on the Italian peninsula. Which German general gave the Allies such a hard time? The answer is C. Kesselring. What is the Mayflower's estimated length? The answer is B. 90-110 feet. Who was the first official casualty of the American Civil War? The answer is A. PVT Daniel Ho. In what year did World War II end? The answer is A. 1945. When did Boniface Roman III, the first bishop of Rome, begin to bear the title Pope? The answer is B. 607 AD. Which of the following is not a period of the Paleozoic era? The answer is C. Paleogene. Which of the following is not one of the Greek fates? The answer is B. Narcissus. Which ancient nation is the name Gustav related to?